What's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It's Saturday morning. Vicky had to go to work for a couple hours, and I went and, she dropped me off to pick up the truck, our 52. Well, truck number 52. It's the newer of the trucks, or the nicer of the trucks. So I want to do a quick update on the business, where we're at, and what's going on. Basically, it's freezing outside. It's been in the low 30s for the past week and a half. We've gotten several, it has snowed several times. Nothing that accumulated on the cement, but it did accumulate on vehicles, properties, and we haven't been able to work. I did a couple jobs early in the week, one or two. They were a real struggle, but I was able to get them done, and that's been it. We still have maybe 15 to 20 fall cleanups on the schedule. When we first started getting snow flurries, I wasn't too worried. I'll be honest, I'm worried now. Yep, I'm worried. This coming week, it's supposed to go up into the 40s. The jobs are going to be miserable, but I'm going to get everything I can done. The only day I won't be working, obviously, is Thanksgiving. But I'll tell you this, if customers said, hey, I don't care, it's Thanksgiving, go ahead and do it, I would do it. Because it's crunch time. So, the truck. Alright, so here's what happened. About a week ago, I had to go somewhere. I don't remember where, but it was very cold outside. I was driving the truck, and after about 10 or 15 minutes driving and warming the truck up before I left, the temperature gauge was only at 190. Now my other truck, its operating temperature is 205 to 210. I think at 220 the fans will kick on. And this truck was staying at 190, which that could be its operating temperature, I don't know. But what I do know is that the heat was lukewarm, very lukewarm. Sometimes not even lukewarm. And only if you were revving the engine would it increase past lukewarm and turn hot. So I said, I bet the thermostat is stuck. Either, I don't know, open or closed, I don't know. I would assume open, actually, because if it was closed, it would be overheating, I think. And it wasn't. So, also, I knew the brakes were going to need to be done. Yeah, I was certain that the brakes would need to be done, and then the brake pedal was feeling kind of weird. I didn't like it. So I put it in for the heat problem. And they called me and they said, okay, we want to start with replacing the thermostat and flushing out the heater core. I said, okay, let's do that. They did it, and that is what the problem was. So, like, when I was a kid, anytime I did something right or I knew the answer to a question, my dad would say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So, I guess I'm a blind squirrel because finally I knew the answer to a mechanical problem. Not that I fixed it because, you know, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not good at stuff like that. I did used to do our brakes on our cars, but that was much easier. I said, I asked them, I said, you know, the brake pedal is kind of funny. Maybe it needs flushed. I was hoping to be able to wait until early spring or just before spring to do the brakes, because I knew I didn't just want the pads done. I had already inspected the front rotors and I knew they were bad. And from the looks of the rear drums, not the inside, but just the outside looked really bad. I was assuming those drums were bad. They were able to resurface my old drums, or my drums on my other truck. I was hoping that would be the case. They called me back and they said, it's actually kind of worse than what you're thinking. The front caliper pins are frozen. They're not going to open up. It actually was not getting enough pressure, the front calipers, to be able to properly work the front pads. And the truck was not making any noise as far as the brakes went, but the back was basically done. And I had told him, I said, man, I was really hoping to wait, till spring. And he said, look, if you have to wait, wait, that's fine. He said, I don't want you really driving the truck. He said, if your other truck is still fine, he said, if you have to wait, but use your other truck. He said, I don't feel safe you driving this truck. So the problem is, I want to be able to rely on this truck for snow removal. For one, it's a heavier truck. All right, it has the extended cab, and when you're driving this truck compared to the other 05, you can just feel the weight difference in it. It's pretty significant, actually, the weight difference, to be honest with you. I don't know why, but yeah, the weight difference is pretty significant. So I wanted to be able to utilize this truck in the winter a lot. Not every snow event, I can mix it up, but I did want to be able to utilize this truck for the snow. So I called Vicky. I said, look, now we could have fixed the whole truck, everything with it, and bought a new snowblower. That's not my goal. I don't want to spend that kind of money all at one time. So I said, our snowblower's fine. There's nothing wrong with our current snowblower that we use for snow removal. I said, should I utilize 51, our original truck, in the winter and buy the snowblower? Or do we go ahead and do all the repairs on 52 and utilize our old snowblower for now? And then if we want to buy another one, we can, but not right this second. We kind of weighed our options, and we said, you know what? Even though we don't use this truck a whole lot for work, this truck has 50-something thousand miles less than the other truck. It's a much nicer truck. I consider it a much more dependable truck. I said, when you really think about it, this truck is the whole operation. This is what I know I can count on. We decided to go ahead and fix the truck. It was very expensive. It needed front calipers, front rotors, front pads. The back needed new drums, new hardware, new pads, new wheel cylinders. I knew the wheel cylinders were going to be bad. They were bad in the other truck as well. And I hear you should replace them every 50,000 miles. They showed me everything they took off. It's actually, I took a picture of all their scrap that they used, but my stuff was not in there yet. They actually showed it to me before it went in there, and it was all bad. All bad. And he's right. You cannot drive with that. Of course, I never seen what it looked like, and it wasn't making any noise. So, unless you take everything apart and inspect it, how do you really know? But I could tell from the feel of the brake pedal, I didn't really like it. I thought maybe air was in the line. So I also had them flush the entire brake system. Everything old gone. Everything new replaced. So yeah, it was an expensive endeavor, but when it comes to safety, you're talking my safety, Vicky's safety, and the safety of everyone else on the road, you can't really put a price on it, okay? And I had attempted to do my back brakes on 51, which are the the spring brakes. They're not your disc brakes, obviously. They're drum brakes. It was a failed mission. It was a failed mission because one of the brake lines had broke as I was disconnecting it from the wheel cylinder. I attempted to flare out the line, which I did get it put back on, but I didn't like it, and I just ended up having them do it. So I just had them do this truck too. The fact is, I'm not a mechanic, okay? I'm getting really good at fixing all my own stuff at work, all my equipment. I do all my own tune-ups. I've done pretty much all my own repairs, actually, this year. But when it comes to stuff like this, and someone's safety is on the line, I'll pay for it. No problem. Someone can say, oh, you're wasting money. You need to learn how to do it. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'd rather know this truck is going to stop rather than hoping this truck is going to stop when someone's life, not just mine, is on the line. A passenger with me, who mainly would be my wife, is who I would worry about, and whoever is on the road is who I'm worried about. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm glad it's fixed. The heat is cranking, baby. I only drove it to the gas station and to the store. I had to buy Vicky a new lunchbox for work. The temperature on the gauge has went a little over 190. So basically in between 190 and 210, which would put it, what, about 200, you know, kind of in that area. So its operating temperature might not be 205 to 210 like the other truck. I don't know. But we're going to drive it some more. The brake feels so much better. Everything is flushed on it, new brake fluid. The pedal is not as tight as my 51 is, but it's 100% better than what it was before they did the brake job. So, completely happy. All right, I just wanted to do a quick update. Hopefully we will be back to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday probably, because we just have to. Obviously not Thanksgiving. So yeah, just a quick update. All right, everyone. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep them edges clean, boys. I'm out.